I think I have to go D-shield here. Actually, yeah, I have to. It's LeBlanc. Well, League, if it is having problems getting new players, it's because there is no ease of entry. Have you seen the League of... Everything League of Legends is prolonged, elitist, highly competitive. Like, the casual stuff exists, but I think for most people, when they play League, they've heard of it through esports, or they heard of it through, like, how miserable ranked is. No one talks about League and says, I just love ARAM. It's so great. It's so chill. No. The true League of Legends experience is very gated by, well, people, the game, the tutorials. It's just not a very beginner-friendly thing. There is no ease of entry. Oh, it's a Zir. Shit. Actually, D-Shield's kind of okay then, yeah. That's okay. As long as I've got a bunch of mana runes, that's fine. Be it, I have to try and actually fight him. Any words for quitting smoking? Find another addiction. Replace your addiction with another one, but a good one. Be addicted to loving your family. Why'd you walk back in? You were alive. Why would you do that? He lived, but then he killed himself. Okay. Alright. You may say what I'm about to do is satanic in nature, and to that, I will agree with you, but I will also say it is what it is. You're gonna look at this and be like, what the fuck, you bozo. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what we're gonna do. We're coming full circle with that YouTube video. What the fuck, the beads? The anal beads. It's this, or I go Cull. And Cull's great, fine, but we're gonna be here a long time anyways. I could go Cull next base. We're not gonna kill this guy ever again. I lost both sums against Azir. There is no gameplay. There is only sitting around and trying to sustain through this wretched lane. Regen is 4.9 before D-Shield. 5.3, 5.2. Ew, there's no projectile, it's just instantaneous. Cool. What the fuck? Have fun dying, you idiot. Dude, Azir players are such brainlets. When they can't sit 9 football fields away from you and fucking kill you with, like, clones that you can't even trade against, they just lose their brain cells. Well, they're remaining, like, half a brain cell. What are you doing, brother? I think at this point, I actually just want to go Sheen, so I'm just going to sit here and wait. People play Azir just because of Faker. Did you see that Faker clip of him hitting his head against the wall? I feel so bad for the guy. I know exactly the unhealthy addiction that dude has. And the amount of, like... The weight of how he's playing, you know? Maybe not living up to, like, the standards of what people think, potentially, and all this other crap. Like, I mean, if you do that for a living, it's not really an addiction, but, like, you want to perfect your craft. You want to be number one. Like, yeah, that's not good. The weight of getting paid $1 billion to be a pro? Okay, but you say that, but he could have retired ages ago if that's the case. You don't just keep doing something when you can retire with what you're set with. Like, he clearly loves playing the game and loves being a pro and wants to play well, right? It's very frustrating sometimes. It has, I don't even think in that case it has anything to do with the money. It's more so like a mental, you know, thing for him. It feels shitty, though. It does. Like, he could have left ages ago. Yeah, he's achieved so much. He's done, man. He's set for life, probably. You know? But you keep competing because either you're in a contract or you genuinely love it. You know? But I can understand, like, it's not good to beat yourself up over things, but when you want it so bad, when you've trained so hard, again, when people are expecting something of you at that level, and maybe you just don't do it, right? Like, it can be very frustrating. Man, my mana's bad. I maybe should have went Fairy Charm. Why am I even here? I can just go B. Hope you're having a good day. I love watching you. We're good, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Well, I thought I was fighting LeBlanc, so not really, because you can kill LeBlanc repeatedly with Ignite. LeBlanc will actually die to Ignite. Why would you ever want to take TP in lanes that you can beat? You just lose value, you know what I mean? Good try, dude. Like, TP is good, but TP you don't gain... You don't really gain immediate value, right? If you're fighting someone with TP, and you know you can kill them, but since you have TP, you can't finish them, it's one of the worst feelings in the world. Like, in some games, you take Ignite and they won't even interact with you, but sometimes they're forced to because that's how their champ works. Again, in this case, I wanted to fight LeBlanc. They didn't pick LeBlanc mid. It's a fucking Azir mid. And my Ignite's kind of useless, but thank God this guy's kind of griefing, so not as much. Alright, bye, wanker. Thank God for the beads, bro. Thank God for the beads. I got that 6.1 base HP regen. I got Mana Flow Band that needs a few more chunks. I mean, it's alright. You just buy them early, and then since your champion gains base stats throughout the game, these gain value as you play the game. The earlier, you know, they don't give you as much, but, like, again, you're just sitting here, you're existing, you're making something of it. Hey, he's not the brightest. I think he may be punching holes in his wall. How does Azir die? Easy, there's so many ganks.
Flat up to B2.
Give me a sec, buddy. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh my god! Crab Sack! That's kind of a disgusting name. Hey, Crab Sack with a $20 donation. Thank you, sir. Goddamn. That's very generous of you, Crab Sack. Thanks, buddy. What is it? What is a crab sack? We talking like a ball sack of a crab, or like a sack of crabs, or do crabs have sacks? A sack of crabs. I hope they're the ones that come from the ocean. Crab sack, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Oh, I don't have R yet. You know what I never liked growing up? I've always been a fan of seafood, but, like, I've never really enjoyed crabs. Is that just me being ignorant? Because I like lobster, I like shrimp, I like fish. It's the ones from Bilgewater. Those are probably even worse. Vile. Shrimp is good, fish is good. My family grew up near the ocean. My family's from the US, by the way. Like, I may be Canadian, but I've got American blood running through me. But yeah, my family grew up on fish and lobsters and things like that. I guess I just never got into crabs. Go to BC or Alaska. I should try it. You know, maybe I should go to Red Lobster and have some crabs. Where? I think they lived in Virginia. Is that... No, maybe not Virginia. What's close to the water? Maybe it's Virginia? What a waste of an R. I can't even remember, to be honest. I'd have to go ask them. Maine. Probably in Maine, somewhere there, yeah. Oh, it is on the ocean? Gotcha. Maybe, yeah, something like that. I mean, they grew up on seafood, though. That's all I know. And every few years, they'd go down to, like, Florida or Maine. They'd, you know, drive down or take a plane. And they'd go see family. And, you know, they eat at seafood restaurants and whatnot. So, that's cool. I miss those days, because sometimes I'd go with them. But now that my grandmother passed and my grandfather's, like, 96 years old, it's not common that they'd go. Or that he'd go. But, you know, it's the memories that matter the most. That's all life really is, just a bunch of memories. Maryland has a lot of crabs that grew up there. That's cool. Anywhere near the ocean seems pretty, chill, you know? Yeah, my grandfather is, he's a beast, man. He's like, I think he's like 96, bro's 6 foot, had 12 children. Worked for NASA, worked for a giant oil company, you know. Maybe not what environmentalists want to hear, but hey. Lived all over the world. Well, US, Canada. Like, this guy he wrote books.
A happy little parrot.
Wrote some books. Like, he's a beast. Is he Zeus? NA is the world, Giga Chad. Shanny Ran, thank you, buddy. My god, he was dead. He was dead if I wasn't so brain dead. His whole family, though, is very, his family, his genetics are great. He has a brother and a sister, and they're all in their 90s. That's awesome. That is a very fulfilled life. Like, that's great. And, dude, I don't know what it was. You know, sometimes I go see him, and he's eating fucking, like, saltine crackers and sardines, and I'm like, bro, that's disgusting. Other times I go see him, and he's eating Wonder Bread sandwiches full of raw beef with butter. Like, dude, that's... How in God's name? Like, yes, raw beef. Like, you go to the grocery store and you get, like, hamburger, and you put it in the worst bread possible, Wonder Bread, and you just eat it raw. It's like, oh, it's great, I grew up with it. Delicious. Hey, man, that's the secret to life. You know, some people over, you know, maybe in Asia somewhere, you know, they've got, like, the herbal teas, and they've meditated and all this stuff, and he's just, like, I'm gonna go huff gasoline, look at space rocks, and eat raw beef burgers. And they're somehow the same age. I don't know. Nobody knows. Maybe it was the fish? Yeah, maybe. The OG Liver King. Okay, no. That guy's a fucking fraud, bro. That LeBlanc is also a fucking fraud. What are you doing? I will play Space Marine 2, yes. What's with everyone being outed lately? Like, I don't want to talk too much about it, but like, bro, it's kind of like very gross. Not even kind of gross. Like, people can't be normal, can they? How is it hard to just sit down and read a book or breathe fresh air? Like, everyone's so degenerate, so troglodyte. I don't know, man. Power corrupts. It's weird that it does that to some people. It really is. More reveals after every Monday. Well, have fun with that. I've got what I want. I've had what I wanted since 2 days ago. Collector's 32. I mean, yep. Have you read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius? I ain't reading no goddamn meditation book. I'm reading books about short, hairy people who drink beer and hate everyone. I ain't reading no goddamn meditation novels. Books are great, but, like, I cannot sit down and be like, oh, hang on, I'm getting, disease. Like, let's do something, guys. She's dead? Yes, she's dead. She's still there. Like, we're trolling! Why aren't you ulting? Like, oh my god, man. Fucking trolling. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Just ult. She's back here. She's here? What a bad design. Unlucky. Marcus Aurelius, best Roman I don't even know. I don't know who that is. Look, I'm not a big Roman history buff. I like fake history. Well, fake history is inspired by real history, except real history to me isn't as exciting because it's not as fantastical. I like the idea of realistic things mixed with complete bullshit things. Like, that's fun. That's very, very fun. Well, yeah, fiction, but, like, even fiction's rooted in non-fiction. A lot of, like, a lot of made-up bullshit is always accompanied by real shit, you know? So... What a good design. Just kidding, it's a terrible champ. The new Gladiator movie. Why was didn't the trailer get so many dislikes because they had, like, rap in the Coliseum parts or something? the choice of music they did was, like, not very fitting. Or something. That's the last time I heard about that. I have no idea. I don't really give a fuck. I'll say this much. Trailers are... press 1 if you fucking hate movie trailers in 2024. Press 1 if movie trailers ruin the movie. They ruin movies. They show so much. The Aliens Romulus trailer already shows how main characters fucking die. Why? Like, that's so lame. Like, they just ruin so many movies. You're just not very, That bitch got 3,000 move speed. I could try, lady. Poo-poo, stinky. I watched the whole Gladiator movie in that trailer for 3 minutes. Yeah, stupid, man. It's stupid. Longlegs movie has a good trailer, doesn't show anything. That's great. That's cool. I think the only movie... You know what I did want to see? Hey, call me a fat bozo. I will order... I am going to order one day Cineplex popcorn off of Uber Eats. I'm going to sit on my couch and eat movie theater popcorn, extra large, while watching a $20 rented movie on Amazon Prime. And that is going to be my movie theater experience of 2024. Because I wanted to go see...
A happy little barrel.
Listen. Oklom, thank you, buddy. I wanted to go see The Watchers, M. Night Shyamalan's The Watchers, and I never did. It was in theaters, and then a month later it was out of theaters, and now it's only available on Prime. You know, that's what I want to do. So cringe. Why is that champ so tanky? What is that? I mean, yeah, he's got tanky runes, but... What is Scion doing? What the fuck? I actually thoroughly dislike players who do this. It's such a cringe playstyle that just, like, totally banks on the game being just stupid in some cases. I don't like this. It's completely against what League is. Which, in a way, is interesting, but, like, at the same time, it's just so obnoxious. You just sit in side lanes forever, fucking int feed, but since you've got, like, multiple waves of experience, you outscale everyone by not even being good at the game, but by being, like, just existing, you know? I mean, what do you do against that? Like, realistically. Certain champs beat it, but it's just frustrating. Like, a win's well, is a win a win? Are you gonna go fucking, are you gonna go cheat in a video game to win if it's just a win? Not that this is cheating, but, like, that's not really a argument. A win's a win. I just scripted. Don't worry, it's a win. It's just... It's like a subjective disinterest in a playstyle, you know? It's not very fun to look at. It's like saying, oh, I hate LeBlanc because she's cringe. It's like, yeah, true. It's, like, subjective. Is it worth selling Cull as soon as you get the passive gold and buy another? No, it's a one and done. You can't buy another call and get another passive. Hear me out, it's the only way you can carry now in League of Legends. No. For some champions, having those really terrible, niche, weird playstyles, I can get it, because your champ's just kind of shit. Sion is kind of in that boat, you know? Like, if you were to lane properly as Sion, you just lose every game. So in that regard, I understand, but... Same thing with Singed. It's like, who lanes is Singed? Yeah, they've got really bad kits. But that's the strangest thing about this game, is that there are champions in it that have to basically break the mold of the game to exist. And that's just poor design, in my opinion. That's just not good. How do you explain Singed and Sion to anyone but someone who's seen this game 10,000 times? Yorick, not really. Yorick isn't really a, I wouldn't put Yorick in the same boat as, like, Singed and Sion. He's got a little bit more of an actual lane phase. Like, look at this guy. This is so annoying. Fucking gimmicky-ass champ. Get away from me. Look at this. Like, what? Oh, God. Bro playing GANGPLANK calling anything gimmicky. The only gimmick of GANGPLANK is a barrel, and the barrel takes more skill than entire champ kits. What are you talking about? What's the gimmick of GANGPLANK outside of landing a barrel? Oh, I get to make more money? Well, it doesn't matter if you can't play the game. Burning true damage on hit? Yeah, but that's like, that's an afterthought. That's not realistically what you think of when you say, I'm picking GANGPLANK. It's like, I'm gonna pick GANGPLANK to hit people with my passive 50 times. Nobody says that. People say, I'm gonna pick GANGPLANK because I can fucking blow your whole team up with a barrel. Right? With a crit keg. That's GP's main shtick. It's the barrel. That's the selling point. As is the selling point of Sion is being terrible at the game but still winning. Look at this. Look at his shit build. Look at his shit score. Look at his dog shit level of farm. It's so poorly designed. Like, and it's just this. It's the state of Sion. It's not that Sion was made to be this. It's the state of the game and the state of items and the state of Sion that are forcing people to do this. It's so garbage. It's so garbage. You're losing to a Sion with Hullbreaker, a fucking Phantom Dancer. The guy's like 0-50, but he's out-farmed you twice, you know, 300 CS to like 150, 200, whatever it is. Like, it's just poorly designed. That's not good. Oh my god, we're piss low D3 now. Great.